Good evening, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about Krampus. And yes, it's pronounced Krampus, not Krampus, you American uneducated dummies. I saw the movie this past weekend, and I just wanted to tell you that I think it's really, really awesome, and I think it's one of actually the best holiday movies ever, and I have a really long, specific reason for telling you this, and that's why I'm making this video. So, first let me tell you a little bit about the legend of Krampus. So, as I understand it, the legend of Krampus dates back in the Alpine region of Europe for about thousands of years, just a rough approximation. And the story of Krampus is that he is the antithesis, if you will, of Saint Nicholas, who is their version of Santa Claus, and basically the original Santa Claus, except we as Americans kind of stole him and turned him into Santa Claus. So, what Krampus is he's this big, horned, humongous beast guy who's got a long beard and a long tongue and a generally ugly-looking face, and he's got goat hooves for feet. So, that's that. And what he does is whereas Saint Nicholas gives, Krampus takes, and the only reason Krampus takes is because people aren't appreciative of him. So let's say if it's just Christmas time and someone's giving you a gift and you're with your family and everything else, and you are just like, no, I don't like this. I just don't think that Christmas is worth it, and I think that Christmas is stupid and everything else. Well, Krampus has something to say about that. So in the legend, what Krampus does is he comes in and he either kills all of your family or he just takes them to the underworld, never to be seen again. And the thing is that Krampus is really, at his heart, he's actually a really good guy. He wants people to understand the joy of giving and the joy of Christmas. And what he does is he leads by the bad example of what would happen if you lost everything you ever cared about. And he makes you appreciate it that way, which I think is kind of cool. And also in Austria, there's this legend that, or at least this is the way they teach the children, that if you aren't good at Christmas, Krampus will come and he'll stuff you in his sack and he'll whip you with a branch. So, passing over the morbid Alpine German humor, to the film! So the movie itself is actually really great. I think it's a movie that really captures the spirit of the legend, I think. And the way it works is that they have this typical family. There's you have like the typical suburban white upper middle class family who does the perfect Christmas thing and blah 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 blah. And then you have their like backcountry, like Republican relatives who come in and basically like scoff at everything, and they're just like, you think you're so much better than us. And then they also bring the stereotypical racist aunt with them. And the thing is that the movie like doesn't really try to make these characters anything more than just the stereotypes they're meant out to be. But you can still relate to that because the movie is built around the whole premise that these people are just regular people like us, and then everyone can find someone they relate to, whether it's the main little boy who like actually summons Krampus accidentally, or the grandmother who knows everything, or the mom who just like tries so hard but never gets any appreciation, or the dad who's like, he knows what he's like, always traveling and everything else. Anyway, the basic point is that this is supposed to be a relatable family and whatnot. And then on December 22nd, when they arrive, when everyone comes together, the young boy, I believe his name is Max, writes a letter to Santa Claus, and his family, all of them, really sort of contribute to him, like deciding that Christmas is no longer worth it. And so he tears up his letter to Santa Claus and throws it out the window, and that gets sucked into the night sky, and then all of a sudden a huge blizzard descends on the town. And throughout the course of the movie, Krampus and his little minions, who turned out to be like demented toys, attack the family and start menacing them, I guess is a good word. And I think the film is just really beautiful in that it's really funny for the first half because you get all this shenanigans that normally come with a pretty like dysfunctional family. It's kind of like National Lampoon's Vacation or Christmas Vacation in a lot of ways. And then once you get into the second half with when Krampus and everyone else starts to come out, then you really get into the creepy Krampusy part. And I think that the best part of the film for me, honestly, is the animated sequence where the grandmother, who actually like knows the Krampus legend because she's German and she actually like, spoiler alert, she actually like summoned Krampus once before. Like she knows the story and it's all animated like 3D. It kind of reminds me of Coraline or something like that. And it's really awesome. And I think the movie just, when it all comes together, it just feels like a really good holiday movie and a really good lesson for this generation, because it feels like this generation like has become so materialistic about Christmas, and we sort of never really step back to consider that we have a family that provides more to us than just gifts or annoyance, and that that family really is someone to be appreciated, and and in times of strife, like, we're all the same. So Krampus really represents the factor that if you ever lose somebody, you're going to regret it, and you always want to make sure that Christmas time is the time to value everybody, no matter what other differences you have throughout the rest of the year. And that's what I really love about the movie. And you're free to disagree, blah blah blah, but I still think it's probably one of the best holiday movies ever made, and I think it's probably going to become a tradition for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share you guys my thoughts on Krampus. Please let me know what you thought of it down in the comments and my pants. And yeah, I shall see you on Friday.